Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Precious Metal Summit and it's day 2, and we are coming to the end of all our interviews. Altogether, we did 30. But last but not least, we have now Richard Osmond, the CEO of Element 29 Resources, and we want to get an insight into the company. Richard, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time. And how was the conference, the 2 days? Are you happy?
It's been great so far. Lots of really good interviews, meetings, and meeting new investors and hopefully potential investors.
Yeah, investors which really invest.
Yes, exactly.
That's important. Super. We want to talk about copper because you are in Peru. You have the Elida project, what I learned from your presentation. So what have you achieved this year? Are you happy?
Yes, very happy. We put some news out in January of this year where we had drilled 2 deep holes in Elida, and our best hole was hole 33. It went to about 1,109 meters, and it was mineralized pretty much the whole way.
Wow.
And the hole itself had about 1,040 meters of 0.54 copper equivalent grade. What's really neat is the deeper part of that hole had 310.1 meters of 0.71 copper equivalent grade.
That's a lot.
And the hole was open at depth, so it was still mineralized.
Okay, super. Is it copper equivalent or is it just copper?
Copper equivalent. So we have molybdenum and silver as byproducts in our ore body as well. And molybdenum at Elida is actually about twice what you see in a normal porphyry system. So it adds a lot of good potential byproduct. Value.
Okay. What is it percentage-wise? Would you say copper, molybdenum, silver?
Yeah, so we have an initial resource estimate that was put out in 2022, and we generally use the resource estimate at a 0.2 cutoff. We have 321.7 million tons of 0.32 copper, 0.03 molybdenum, and 2.61 grams per ton silver.
To what translates this roughly?
From copper equivalent grade?
No, not the grade. I mean, how many pounds of copper do you think you have? How many ounces of silver? How much molybdenum?
Yeah, so we're basically looking at just over 1 million tons of contained copper.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, so that's pretty significant. And I think the moly probably adds about 20 to 30% value to that, and then obviously the silver on top of that as well. So that's quite good.
That's fantastic. It's good. It's nice to have those byproducts because it makes it easier than to finance maybe a future mine, of course, because you can streamline some of that stuff, and that is great. Okay, so you have achieved that. What are the next steps? 2026. Will you prepare for a new mineral resource estimate? What are your next development steps?
Yeah, so we're basically, we're currently drilling right now, and we're hoping to continue drilling to the end of the year. We have 3 rigs on site, and hopefully continue drilling into next year. We raised some money back in August. We raised about 6.3 million, netted 6.1. Then we had raised about $4 million from warrant exercise. So we end up with about $10 million in the bank by mid-September, and we're currently using that to do our drill program.
Okay, super. What would be the path, let's say, then to the PEA? When do you think 2027 you can start that, or earlier?
Well, we're still drilling quite a bit. So what we'd like to do is get to a level where we can put out an updated resource estimate. I think that would be the next stage.
Next stage, yeah.
And we'd hopefully want to do that sometime later next year.
Okay, super. I learned also from your presentation that you have call it project pipeline if you want it. So what is going on there for next year? Probably the focus is on Elida, but I'm pretty sure you do some work also on the other projects.
Yeah, so our next more advanced project, still at a very, very early stage, is our Florida Cobalt project, which sits in the southern Peru copper belt, which is one of the most prolific copper belts in the world. It hosts Cerro Verde, I think, which is like the 4th largest copper mine in the world. Florida Cobalt is like 26 kilometers away.
Oh, nice.
And you can drive right to the project. So what we've done there is we've actually done all of the work to get the permitting in place to pretty much start drilling. And so we just have to sign an agreement with the community to finalize it, and then we can start drilling. One of the things is it's really difficult to take money away from Elida while every hole we drill, we're adding tons. But we do want to get it advanced to the pipeline where we can get the permit in place. which will be valid for about 5 years. And then when we get an opportunity to go in and drill it, we can do that. But our main focus has been Elida.
Yeah, of course, that makes sense. How is it these days working in Peru, especially with permits and everything for the drilling, but also permits, let's say, to go into production? Because we see the US, the Canada, they are all on, sometimes I have the feeling, on steroids. Get this permit, this one. Yeah, we need more mining. And so what's going on in Peru?
Yeah, that's a really interesting question because historically, it hasn't been overly easy to get permitted in Peru. For example, our Fort Cobre project took us like almost 3 years to get our our environmental permit in place. But then, sort of surprisingly, Peru lost its status as the second largest copper producer in the world to the DRC. And then Argentina started to open up. So a lot of money that would have flowed into Peru moved to different jurisdictions. And they started to realize that they really don't have the pipeline that they need to continue to grow to get back to being the second largest copper producer globally.
Yeah.
So they started reaching out to us and saying, what do we need? What can we do for you to help get you the permits you need to get your projects moving forward? Which is very surprising. So they started streamlining the permitting process so that you could do things at the same time. So, you could get your sort of permitting process down from over a year down to like 7 months kind of thing, right? So
that helps a lot.
Yeah, and we're in the process of updating the permit for Elida. We're going from a 20 platform permit to 40, and we've already signed an agreement with the community for another 5 years. So it's valid till April 30th of 2030, which is a big part of getting your upgraded drill permit. And we'll be able to drill up to 40 platforms.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
a lot of drill results will hit us the next year.
Yes, hopefully.
Hopefully, yes. Fantastic, super. Who are your largest shareholders? What is management share? What are your partners in the company?
Yeah, so we have about 155.5 million shares issued, and as part of that, we have a cast of partners out of the UK involved. I think they have roughly about 7% of the holdings. We also have RCF, Resource Capital Funds Opportunity Fund, out of Denver involved. And the founding company of Element 29, which I'm also the president of, it's a private generative company, owned just under 10%, 9.9%. Management and board probably own about 5%.
Good.
And then we have about 70 to 75% float through retail. And as part of that, one of our biggest supporters has been David Elliott and Andrew Williams through Haywood Securities.
Okay.
And David is a member of the Canadian Mining Hall of Fame and also one of the founders of Haywood Securities. So, we're very, very happy to have, David involved, and he's a very loyal, supportive shareholder.
Fantastic. Super. So that sounds like a good team, a good plan, I would say. You are drilling. That's important. You have the money to do so. So I would say keep it going, keep it running, and hit us with good results.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All the best for you. Okay. Thank you, Richard. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Richard Osmond, the CEO of Element 29 Resources. And you heard that this is copper in Peru. This is real exploration. This is what the world needs, because we are pretty sure from next year onwards, copper will go into a deficit also world market wise. And so from that side, we need much more copper over the next 20 years. And here is a company which can provide that for the future. So really check it out. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Switzerland, from Precious Metal Summit.